Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I hope I don't get copyrighted. Hello, everybody. I love The Truman Show. That's an awesome movie. Anyways, the topic of today: when is the age at which your life changes? And me personally, I mean, I'm a male. Maybe this is different for a female. I mean, it's 100% it's different for a female. I'm gonna correct myself on that. 100% different for a female. It's different life, different sort of. I guess you could say, I mean, maybe I have different views of someone else. Maybe someone from a different country has different views, but in my opinion, I think it's totally different. But for a male, I think the point at which life really changes, and what does that mean? Sort of shifts from being, okay, you're grown up, maybe you're a teen, maybe you're mid-teens and all that stuff, and then boom, all of a sudden adulthood, all of a sudden manhood, all of a sudden people see you and they expect more from you. What age is that? In my opinion, that is the age of 20. At the age of, 18, 17, maybe even 19, you're still sort of, maybe you just graduated high school, you're going to college, you're, trying to figure out where you're trying to go in life. And maybe, people still figure out years. Just maybe you're hearing this, maybe you're 25. It takes time, People don't just automatically, boom, just like that. They turn 18, I'm going to be a dentist, I'm going to be a doctor, whatever. It takes time to learn what you want to do, and that's a lifelong it's a potentially a lifelong thing, what you want to do. Maybe you work in this field, but you found out you maybe don't like it. Anyways, I'm getting off track. But I think the point at which life really hits you like a truck is at 20, because all of a sudden, more expectations are being told of you. You're in, I was about to say double digit. Gosh, I'm stupid. No, not double digit. You've been double digit for quite some time. 20 is sort of like a turning point where it's like a new decade, right? It's like new expectations, new responsibilities. All of a sudden, maybe you are about to graduate college. Maybe you have an internship, maybe you have already graduated college, maybe took an associate's degree, or you took a trade or whatever. It doesn't matter either way. This is the point where it's like adulthood, a new decade, a new chapter, a new you just turned the page on a new chapter of your life. All of a sudden bills are going to stack up, depending, of course, if you stay at home, which I totally recommend. Staying at home and not being like a bother, but staying at home, because especially now it's more expensive. You're gonna have to eat, you're gonna have to pay for your own food. You're gonna have to just becoming a man and transitioning into providing and surviving for yourself, learning how to take care of yourself. And so what this video is really generally about, it's not only to pinpoint, okay, 20, boom, that's the turning point right now. What do you do prior, during, and after that? I think prior and to the escalation towards that milestone of turning 20, and if you're hearing this and you're 19, you're 18, or maybe you are 20, or maybe you're a bit further, either way, take this as advice and do it. What I think you should do leading up to this age, leading up to this turning point, is to do four things. One, open a high yield savings account, and I'm not gonna put down in the link of specific bank. Use whatever bank you're most familiar with, whatever. It's to open a high yield savings account and have a three. You've already heard this, right? I feel like everyone's probably heard this, and so I'm gonna run through all these four real quick. So it's to build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Life happens, the car breaks down. I pray to God that nothing happens to you guys, because I love every single one of you guys who hears this. If you have a medical expense, an injury, something pops up, right? To have that cushion so that you don't pull out from your investments. Speaking of investments, number 2 is a Roth IRA. This is one of the greatest tools that you can have, not only now, but also leading up to your retirement. It's tax-free growth. Right now it's $7,500 is the limit for the year. Max that out every year, or contribute enough to the point where you're going to be comfortable to have this safety net once retirement comes. Number 3, in my opinion, it could go either way from this one. A lot of people could say, oh, it's a HYS. It's like a health yield account or whatever. Oh, it's your 401k. All important. For my thing, it's an individual taxable brokerage account. More flexible than a 401k or a Roth IRA, because you don't have to wait until retirement. Obviously, you get tax-free benefits from the Roth IRA. 401k, it's a little bit different, but I think taxable brokerage account is so much more flexible towards your mid-30s, your 40s, 50s. And the fourth account that you need right now, I do think it's going to be just a normal checking account. I probably should have said at the beginning, but a normal checking account, this is where expenses are paid. This is where money comes in, the paycheck comes in, and then it's distributed out to your other accounts and pays for the bills or whatever. That's the first thing that you need to do. And the second thing that you need to do is to start learning a skill. Start, if you haven't, maybe you got to go to college, maybe a trade school, maybe you do your own research, you start your own business, whatever your goal is, you got to start doing something. And you can't wait. And trust me, from experience, I've tried to wait, and trust me when I say it's never going to come to you naturally. You got to just get out there, get out of your comfort zone, and try and find stuff that you like. Maybe the job that you're working right now you don't like. Maybe you're working fast food, it's like, I don't like this job, but it's my paycheck, it gets me money, it gets me going. Okay, maybe cross off, fast food. Maybe cross off, maybe the tourism, the culinary, the what is it called? It's the sort of the face-to-face, sort of like the cooking, the chefs and all that stuff. Maybe cross those careers out and try and find stuff that you actually like. Maybe you like fast food, and maybe you should, okay, maybe I'm going to go to culinary school. Whatever it is, learn a skill. And then the third thing that could really get you going right now is honestly to start sort of independentize yourself. Become independent. Not so much as moving out. Maybe you have to. Maybe you're going to school far away, or maybe it's advantageous to you. You have folks living near. Maybe your grandparents live near the school that you're going to. Whatever. It's not that if you don't need to, or if it's not advantageous to you. It's not moving out necessarily. It's more or less just contribute. Buying your own food. Not depending on your family and your mother and father to always provide for you. Start to, for me, I remember when I was, hey mom, hey dad, here's, whatever I could get, for my paychecks, here's $20, here's $50, just something to contribute, because I eat the same food that they eat, I still eat the same milk that, and eggs that they bring in. And then that gets you going to, okay, maybe you contribute $50 a week or $20, whatever you can afford, right? Whatever it's good for your budget. Contribute that much, a little bit of help. And then whenever it comes to your own, maybe I want this protein powder, maybe I want this sort of brand of milk or this brand of beef or whatever, then that's when you start buying your own stuff. Not putting all your paycheck towards your wants or your needs or whatever, but just starting to become, getting the ball rolling towards, okay, this is how much this costs, and recognize that someday you're going to have to buy your own food, and just starting to get more and more sensitive and more desensitized to how much prices and all this stuff is going to cost, essentially. So those are the three things. Hopefully you found this important, and one of the most important things you could do, obviously, towards your 20s. I hope you found some value in this, and just keep going. You got this, man. I mean, like I said at the beginning, it's tough, to get the ball rolling, but it's not something where, like I said, it's not boom, just like click, and all of a sudden you got everything straight out. No, it takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Obviously, you're not going to get abs after, doing 6 sit-ups, it takes time. It takes, days, weeks, months, years. But just starting right now is the most important step to doing it. Starting slowly, maybe it's, I use the metaphor of, push-ups, maybe do 1 push-up right now, and then tomorrow recover or whatever, and then the next day do 5 push-ups, and then a week after do 10, just getting the ball rolling. You're going to be okay. Don't worry about it. All right, but yeah, hopefully you guys found some value out of this. Just wanted to do a quick video because I saw a reel. Unfortunately, I can't give credit to it because it's a reel, I forgot it, but shout out to anyone who has covered this topic before me, and anyone who does it afterwards, but I just want to get it out there. And yeah, appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully you found some value in this. Love you guys. All right, see you.